Hey, what's up, y'all? IG family. Hey, Tristan Cole. Gonna catch up with you later. But right now I'm about to go live with the most fabulous lady, Sharaya J. She is a singer. I'm sorry, she's a rapper. And no, definitely not spilling any tea. I don't do that so much unless people choose to talk about that stuff. I try to be on, a positive note. But Sharaya J, she's a music artist and she is with Missy Elliott's record label Goldmine, and she was on a season of The Four. So she's gonna be my special guest. I'm just waiting for her to join so I can add her. She's really dope, y'all. I hope you enjoy this. Also, it's not always tea in that cup. Just saying. It is at the moment, though. There she is. There is the lovely lady, Sharaya J. Banjee Raya. Let me add her. Hey, Road Trip Ryan Show. Hi.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to have you today.
Thank you. Can you hear me good?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you and see you perfect.
Okay, because sometimes I be looking back, girl, and it be like all pixelated.
I could dig it. We struggle with our Wi-Fi. Everybody online. We trying to get it together.
Right. So how are you? How you been during this time?
I'm so good. I actually been really good during this time. It's so funny. I haven't been like stressed out. It's been like a good time for me to just lock in. I've been creative,
Yes.
So I've been having a good little quarantine.
Yeah, girl, me too. I don't make music and stuff, but I do my art thing. So
I know that's right.
I've been.
What kind of art? Oh wait, so you do painting?
Yeah, like this stuff behind me. I painted all this. And I do graphic design and stuff. Like I used to do design Sister to Sister magazine. That's how I got into, interviewing awesome people and doing the whole media thing or whatever. So I do both worlds, media and art. That's my thing.
Nice. Yeah, because I'm so obsessed with art. I do dabble in it a little bit. I'm not no perfectionist or nothing with it, but I respect it. So anybody who paints, I'm always like,
Oh, that's what's up. You got a PO box. Let me send you some stuff.
Yeah, I do. Look, yes.
Okay, yeah. Email it to me. I'll get your people to send me, because I spoke with Anna Gray. Shout out to Anna.
Yeah, that's my boo right there. We've been working together a long time since I started Banjee Entertainment.
Yeah, so I know you from, a lot of people know you from The Four, but like I've been a fan since I saw you on the cover of the Interview magazine, I think it was.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like I was like, who is this Nubian queen with this beautiful blue hair?
Yes, I love that issue. That issue is extremely special to me because that was my first issue, like big, like publication that huge, and the pictures were amazing. And I remember just walking in the studio the first time, I'm like, oh, and Anna was with me, and I was like, oh, sis, it's going down for this shoe. So that was a cool memory.
Yeah. So at that point, were you already signed with Missy or Missy Elliott?
Yep.
Okay. You're still currently signed?
No. Now I actually own my own company, and then I signed myself to my own company.
Oh, girl, I know that's right. Yeah.
It's just only like, and the world period was like moving in that direction, especially in music, and for a lot of independent artists, like this is a good time for people who are independent and can really get on their own 2 feet. And I think it's important for a lot of artists now to be like owning their masters, owning their publishing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a great time to be able to do that. That was the stuff Prince, R.I.P. Prince, was talking years ago.
Yes.
But we just now catching up, with that vibe. So yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to The Four. So you were on season 2. I was like, I was disappointed in the way that ended, but that's another story.
No,
But
girl,
nonetheless, like
everybody else.
you slayed the crap out of that season.
Thank
I was
you.
really, really inspired and impressed with your style. Like, do you style
Thank
yourself, or you have a stylist, or both? Like, how do you come up with those amazing creations that when you come out on stage?
I do style myself. The funny part about the four, but I also work with, I have a lot of creative designer friends, stylist friends, so we always collaborating and doing things. And of course, I've reached out to them plenty of times to be like, yo, what you got for this event, or you know, woo woo. But I've always been into fashion since I was a little girl. And the funny thing about the four was when the first day I arrived to the fort and they took us into like to meet all the crew who was doing the wardrobe. And shout out to Eric Archibald, that was the head on the wardrobe, and we slayed it together. I loved him because he just understood my vision and who I was. But he always cracks me up because he said that I came in the first day for fittings. I had a bag so big of all my own things just in case, you know what I mean? And it was so hilarious because all the other contestants was like, did they tell you to bring that? I'm like, no, girl, I have to just be prepared because I know I like out the box things, different types of style, and I just wanted to have some options just in case. But the great part about the crew that I was working with for wardrobe, they were so dope that we did a lot of collaboration. Some were my original pieces, and then some were pieces from fashion designers. And some designers started to send, once the show had progressed, they started to send me things to the showrooms to see if I could, if I would rock it. And so it ended up being like just a big old play and fairy tale that we all was just in having a good time.
That's what's up. So, like, how did you go from, because you're from, like, Hawaii originally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so how did you go from, like, what was your journey like before you got to Missy Elliott, before you got to the TV shows and stuff like that?
Right. You know, I always been, like, into creativity, the arts. Like, I always gravitated toward that scene. And, you know, my father was in a hip-hop 90s group. And so he had this record in the 90s called I'm Not Gonna Be Able to Do It. Can you do it? So I grew up around music. You know what I mean? My mom was a big music head. So she kind of introduced me to all the stuff that I had no business knowing that was way before her time. But, you know, still, it just made me fall more in love with music and with dance. And really, my first step into the industry, like, besides like my father, like particularly, was when I became a professional dancer. I think at like 18, I think I got signed as a dancer, and that was like my first break into like the industry on my own. And so so I got signed as a dancer. I was doing dancing and choreography. Then I also was writing, and you know I always loved to write, so I was doing some short films and directing them, some screenplays. And Urban World, you ever heard of that festival? It's like a big film festival called Urban World. They have in New York, and so we were so I was doing a lot of festivals, a lot of dancing, choreography on the road with a lot of different artists, and then it just came to that point in my life. I always was like, okay, where am I going? Okay, where am I going to evolve to now? You know what I mean? And so I always just, as far as my whole life, I always just followed my heart. Like, how did I feel in that time? You know what I mean? And so it also became like a ceiling for me a little bit with dance, because I was like, okay, I did a lot of all the award shows. I've been on tour. I've been in this, but I knew that I just didn't want to be like a choreographer, because I love dance, but I didn't want to professionally do that forever. So I just took some time off and started working on my writing, and really up to Missy, that was just a chance running like with her one time, because she loved dancing. She always appreciated the dancing, the music scene, and so I was a dancer, and you know, moving around in the business, and we just happened to link up one time at an event, and ever since then she was just like, yo, wait, you an artist? Like, are you signed to anybody? And I was like, nah. Really, I first initially got with her just as a mentee, you know what I mean? And so that I could just learn from her. I mean, she was just like, I think you got star quality. Like, I see, I recognize it. And, you know what I mean? Would you be interested in training under me? You know what I mean? I'll show you the ropes. I'm like, Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so then that's how we linked up, and then that became a whole new journey with a whole new process.
Okay, cool. Girl, your lyrics, your freestyles. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Queen.
Like it's amazing. I have
Thank
no
you.
words.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But like, so when you were on the show before though, that at that time you were also battling breast cancer.
Yes. Yes.
That like in itself is on a whole like, how in the world did you get through that? Like making music, coming up with your own lyrics on the spot, having to deal with breast cancer on a live show. What was that experience like for you?
That was so crazy. I always say that the four was. I always say I never took the four to try to win the show. Like, to be 100% honest, I'm not really into like reality TV. Period. You know what I mean? Like, I've got asked to be on some shows before in the past, but I just never wanted like to. For me, I didn't want that to be how my creative journey would be. You know what I mean? It works for some people, but and so
Yeah.
the funniest part is that the fact that I even agreed to do the show already blew my own mind, because I just wasn't into stuff like that. But then I had just got, I think by the time when the show called me, I had just got like I just started chemo, like maybe my first. I finally decided to, because initially I kind of held off for a minute because I wanted to try to do it more natural. But the tumor that I had was grown, the pace was so fast, like they was like a little nervous about it, you know, me taking the extended time to kind of go all the way holistic. And so, right, with that being said, I was just about to start chemo, and I got a call out the blue from a random number from LA, and I didn't even know who it was. And I remember picking it up, like, and I just got my diagnosis. And you know what? The creator is so good, because I remember my brother, he's a personal trainer. He was helping me train like during that time and really trying to keep my spirits up when we found out that I was diagnosed. And I had just finished up my first chemo session, and my first session, all my hair started falling out on my first session. And so I was just like, damn, like, you know, I was just a little bent out of shape, like, you know, and I was having a conversation with my brother. I was like, you know what, I really think I just gotta take a break from music, just to kind of just get my mind, my thoughts together, like work on my health. And he was like, oh wait, he was like, hold on, Ray, that don't even sound right coming out your mouth. Like, you have never said nothing like that. But it was so much on me at that time. I was just like, and as soon as we was having that conversation, I received a random phone call in the middle of our conversation. I looked at the phone like, who's this? And he was like, well, pick it up. And I just did, and put it on speakerphone. And it was one of the producers from the Four. And they were like, hey, Sharaya J, we've been looking at your stuff, and we just wanted to know if we could fly you to LA to have a meet and, you know, meet with the executive producers of our show. And, you know, initially I was like, a reality TV show? And my brother was like, listen, that was the creator. He was like, he was just 5 seconds away from saying you wanted to take a break, you wanted to quit. And he was like, you need to take that as a sign and just step out of your, you know, your comfort zone for a minute and just push through. And so I decided, bet, I'll do it. And I just hopped on a plane 2 days later, went to the show, met with the executive producers. Maybe like 45 minutes after I left there, I got a phone call from one of the executive producers. She was like, listen, we just want to tell you, you know, we would love to offer you a seat on the show this season. And I was just like, oh, cool. Like, I didn't know where it was about to take me, but I just was open to wherever the creator was leading me. And so,
amazing how that works.
Man, it was so crazy. And it was the wilder part was that I did all this, the producers build your story. You know, they take weeks to build your story, to reach out to your family and do all this type of stuff. They built my story, and it was like a week out. And I remember my producer said, so Sharaya, is there anything else that you would like to add to your story, or something else you want to add? You know, we have it already written down. And I got my seat, which is what a lot of people didn't know, is I got my seat before they even knew that I was battling cancer, because my whole time I had no idea, because when I showed up for my interview, my hair was gone, but I had on, you know, I threw 1,000 fashions on, had the hat on, and so nobody ever really knew. But right before the show, I had a conversation with my mom, and she was just like, and I'm like, what do you think I should do? Like, should I just be transparent? And she was like, yes, because, you know, it's just the time in your life where you don't have time to just you know what I mean? You don't even have the energy. You don't want space and waste energy on not just keeping it real with the people. It doesn't, you know, she's like, you never know what could happen. And I called him back and I was like, oh yeah, there's one little thing I'd like to add to the story. And when I told him, he was so shocked. And but the 4 was actually good because they gave me an option whether I wanted that to be in there or not. You know what I mean? But because I would literally be having to go through my chemos during the process, I was like, it's just what I'm going through. It's my life at this time. And if people are going to be into my life or, you know, be open to my life, then they have to, this is part of it. You know what I mean? I can't leave that out because I would be having to go to chemo anyway during the show. So they were really helpful. They really helped me out. Initially, I was flying from Atlanta because I was still living in Atlanta. And I was rehearsing for the show, going through my stuff. And then when I had chemo, take a flight to Atlanta, have chemo, then hop back on the plane after chemo, go back to LA, and then hit the stage the next day for my battle. Like my first battle, the night before, I had just got back from having chemo. And the beautiful thing about the show was that they was just like, my doctors was like, this is too much. Like, and so everybody kind of helped me transition all my stuff to LA so that I would only have to go right there. And, you know, having chemo was hard enough, but adding a whole flight, you know, to the ordeal was making it.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. That is even more deeper than what we knew.
Man, crazy. But
well, we're grateful that, you know, you shared your story because like you said, you know, you never know who can impact or help or anything like that.
Right.
And we're blessed, whatever our story may be, we're blessed to be able to share it with others.
Say that.
But you were dancing. I think you used to dance with one of my high school buddies. You know this guy, his name is Darrell Bullock.
Are you kidding? That is my boo. Yes.
Yeah.
When we was running around in New York, early dance days, Darrell was right there. We was always moving around. And he lives in LA now, so I see him a lot out there. Like, what?
Yes, we went to high school together, girl.
Stop.
I know we social media buddies somewhere, but I'm gonna tag him in this video.
Please do, because that's really my heart. Like, that's my boo right there.
Yes, he's always dancing in high school. Ever since I know him, he always been in the dance. And I saw something, y'all worked together or something, and I was
I'm sure. No, I know we did because we always moved around. Like we always was around each other in the same circles. For sure.
It's a small world. I swear.
What? That's my guy. Yeah, and he's so dope. I just very talented too. So.
Yes. And definitely trained the best of the best. So what else? As the Banjee movement. Definitely wanted to talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
What for those of us who may not know, what does that mean, and why is it important for women to know about?
Right. So the Banjee is an acronym for be authentic, never jeopardize your individuality. And I love that movement because it's really what my career stands on, what I stand on as a person too. And it was funny because it actually came about because I back in the day I had like a meeting with some record executives, and I remember they were like, "Oh yeah, could you do a little show, like spit a few bars for us or whatever?" And I was like, "Oh yeah," because we were thinking about doing a deal, and of course I'm extra credit, so I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do spit a couple bars," but I bought in dancers, we had outfits full out, you know, I gave a whole show. So afterwards, they were like, amazing show. We love the records. Definitely has star quality, but you know, and we would love to sign her. But do you mind wearing a little less clothes? Because you know, I was I was real into 90s style, so I love groups like TLC, baggy clothes, Aaliyah, and all that. So could you mind wearing a little more sexy clothing? And then if you could just get a weave, because short haircut really isn't in, like, and gave me the whole spiel. And
wow,
that was the first time I had actually, like, you always hear about stereotypical things in the industry, especially the music business. And I've dealt with some things as a dancer before, but like as an artist, that was the first time like somebody was like, let's change this, let's change this, let's change this, let's change this, and then you'll be perfect. Like, you know what I mean? So I was just like, they offered me the deal with those terms basically, and of course I couldn't do that. Like I just could not fold that soon, because if I was gonna fold that soon, like all this, you know, time that I had to go in this business, like I wasn't gonna stand up. You know what I mean? So that was how the Banjee was kind of created. Of course, I turned that deal down, and I just had always from that moment decided that, you know, I would just be unapologetically who I am, and I would love the skin I'm in, and I wouldn't make anybody, no matter what, make me feel crazy about it. And so that's pretty much where that came from.
I love it. I love it. So what is next for Sharaya J?
Oh,
what else you got working on? I know you got some virtual concerts and things coming up.
Yeah, I do. Which actually, and that's so funny, because the quarantine actually has been, in that sense, like I've been doing a lot of books. People are still partying via Zoom, via house party. I've been getting real bookings to come on, logging, performing right from my mother's living room, because I'm in that now, at my mom's, with my family, because I was staying in LA, but my family's here in Atlanta. So when it started getting crazy, I was like, ooh, let me get by my family. And
girl, yes, same.
And so it's so hilarious, because I've been in here moving my mother's living room all around. She's such a good sport, because she don't care. I got lights up, everything, and doing full out performances. So that's actually been pretty cool. And, you know, forcing me once again to kind of like figure out how to allow my art to translate to where we are now. You know what I mean? And so that's been really cool. I do have a concert coming up Saturday, a live concert. It's on Loop TV, and it's benefiting the Recording Academy Music Cares for artists. And just so a lot of dope artists on the bill, and we're going live. I think we're streaming live from Twitch. Twitch, yeah, and so that's really exciting. I got a lot of interviews, you know, like this, which is actually cool too, because you can just tap in at the crib and chop it up with people, and that's been really fun and interesting. And actually on Saturday, the concert, I am premiering a new record, so.
Oh snap!
I'm excited.
That's what we gotta tune in for that.
Yeah, super dope. Should be dope.
Awesome. So where can people find you online? All your social medias, your website, anything you want to make sure we check out to be able to support you? Yes,
please. Instagram, I am at Banji Raya, BANJI Twitter, Sharaya_J, and then there's SharayaJ.com, and on everything else, Facebook, everything else, I'm Sharaya J.
Yeah, Sharaya J. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you wanted to let us know about that we may have missed? If not, I definitely want to thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me. I'm glad that we get a chance to chop it up. Don't forget to send me or connect with me so that I can get a piece of art, because I want one, Queen.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm definitely gonna make sure you get some goodies, and also just I want to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And continue to be strong. And anytime we definitely want to have you again. Don't want to make this a one-off thing. Any way we can support you or anything you have going on, please definitely let us know. And we look forward to seeing what you got going on next.
Thank you, Queen. Y'all take care, and everybody be safe.
Yes.
Say less.
Yes. You too, love. Thank you.
All right, Queen.
All right.
Peace.
Bye-bye.